电脑看看。
Hello, good evening, one and all, to round one of the AC Mondays Mini Championship here at round one at the great British track of Thruxton. It is low and slow mini madness here for what will be first of two races here to two races? Two or three races? Nonetheless,
Three.
It's three races, thank you, Dominic, thank you for that brief reminder. Three races here of the wonderful Thruxton circuit, and yes, we do have a co-commentator returning from his adventures after the Super Tours. Dominic, how are things from across the pond?
Doing good today. Just out here getting ready to watch these guys take on Thruxton and these little Mini Coopers. Definitely should be a good race. Happy to be back in the comms booth and not out there trying to avoid getting ran over by all the fast guys on the Super Tours.
So you had very successful. Somewhat successful, should I say, Super Tours. It's good to have you back in the comms box nonetheless, as we are in the qualifying session, as they go through the chicane, you can see all the background and all these Mini Coopers trying to bat it out for the fastest time so far. Alfie Bevan setting a fast. It's just the outer lap, so we are just going into the flying laps as of right now. Ben22 Racing giving us a wonderful wave. Good evening, sir. Wonderful to have you. Thank you for dropping by. But so far, all one make series, so I think the setups are open now, so we can play around with it. But a glorified, I daren't say tin can on wheels, but they may as well be.
I don't know. Coca-Cola can might have more safety features than these things.
That also helps, yeah. I love that.
They're quite small.
They are indeed. As we see Alfie going down through the Woodham Hill up into Club. Final chicane. He will then plant his foot down, try and use up as much of the curb as possible, sensibly, without getting penalised. Across the line, and for the first time we see this one, 37.3. We have seen these guys do quicker times at 137 deads in practice with some of these guys, so we'll keep an eye on what people are doing. Dave tweets coming across the line and does a 140. Zach Silver gets up there into third place with a 138.4. Very close between first and second at the minute. Only about point. Oh, it is just over 1 second, should I say? It's quite close. Quite close between second and third, should I say? But first place at the minute, walking away with it with about a 1 second gap there. So good lap for him so far. Zach looks to set the train to improve. Is he gets a personal best, not silver, but not purple, should I say, but a green sector nonetheless. It does go purple in the middle sector. Ooh, gets very. Oh no, that's lap to gone. No, had a mistake through there, through the fast right-hander of Church onto the Brooklands Black Straight up to Woodham Hill. But yeah, he's turned that into a rally car now, and yeah, no.
That is the glorious thing about Thruxton. There is a lot of grass on the side of the track, and there is very minimal runoff.
Yeah, they're going to be challenged by this, I think. They'll be wanting to keep it on track for the qualifying end race, but they will get penalised if they do go on the grass. There's literally no grip out there, and you even put a tyre on, it just drags you out.
Yeah, it definitely pulls you in, and then once you're on it, there's no stopping capabilities nor steering capabilities, so you're kind of along for the ride. And some places out there in the field, there's nice big bumps, which will send you into the sky.
Yeah, absolutely, so you have to keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, Curious in 5th, I said was going to improve, but has had a very poor second sector. Trying to improve on that. 4 minutes left of the first qualifying session. Every other race, so there will be a qualifying session for each of these 3 races, I do believe. So they'll get the chance.
Yep.
They'll get a chance to go at it again for race 2 and race 3. But in true AC fashion, we'll have to jump between servers. So a brief intermission between these races will pop up. Let's see what's happening down the order. Our wonderful admin Ben Myatt down in 9th, 140.319 as it stands. We'll probably want to improve pretty soon. We've only about 3 minutes left of the qualifying session. We'll get another couple of ups, but good old Ben giving us a solid midfield performance so far. No doubt he'll be cursing himself, going, I could have done better, back down corner.
These things are so funny to watch go around this track. They're just so small, and you know, you hear them, they're flat out pretty much everywhere, and you know, they want some more power, but they don't got it.
No, they don't got it. Ash Hill on the lap is stick with him, so he's going ever so slightly quicker than his best. Ooh, who just jumped up to third there? Was that right? No,
Yep, that was yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Jacob Hine jumping up.
Just on 138.2, shaving off second place, so definitely best in the rest. Alfie Beaven though, 137 dead. That's a big improvement for Alfie there, so I think it's going to be Alfie and best in the rest. This might be a Verstappen kind of race for Alfie if he keeps up his pace.
Yeah, that is quite the gap there. 1.2 seconds almost.
Yes, well, Ash Hill is going to come across the line. We'll see what he can do. Second place for Ash. That's a very good final sector. So he's going to be quite pleased with that. That cements his second place by about half a tenth of a second. 500.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, 500. So that's easier to say 500 instead of half a tenth. What am I saying? Anyway.
Yeah. See, I get so confused because you say hundreds, and yesterday I heard them called. What did he say? I think it called 2 milliseconds. I believe it was. And I was like milliseconds. I'm like I was like, I don't know the conversion to that, but we go with hundreds. Tens, hundreds, thousands.
Hello, yeah.
Hey.
Kozak getting up into P2 there.
There we go.
The second man into the 137s with a pretty much 3/10 of a second gap from first to second. So Alfie Beaven might have a bit of a challenge on his hand. Ben Meyer also giving us a lovely wave. Hello, Ben. Wonderful to see you, dearest. Hope you're doing alright. Get back out on the track, see if you can improve, bless you. Well, I say that, we've only got about 15 seconds left, so you're not going to be able to. Thank you for dropping in, by the way. Pleasure.
I think he's got a 10-second lap in him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's definitely got literally, at least another 4 seconds in his pocket. He's just doing a pre-season 2019 Mercedes, just sandbagging.
He's just out there feeling the field out for the first race of the season.
Carol's like, though, we'll stick with Johan. He's purple in the second sector. This may be a pole position lap. We'll see him go up the hill. We'll come back to the club chicane shortly. He keeps it nice and tidy. This could be Alfie Beaver's undoing. Over the club chicane he goes. Takes ample amount of curbs. And will this be pole position? Jacob Hine, right at the last moment, gets third position. 1,000th of a second between P1 and P2. Kelzak coming out with the second place, but nothing, literally nothing to separate Beaven and Kelzak.
Yep. That's pretty impressive, that's for sure.
Well, Alfie is on a lap. He's set to improve. He's got a purple second sector by 500ths of a second. So this could be an improvement. Slower first sector, but we'll see if he can come across the line and break the 136s. He doesn't, but he does improve to a 137.014. A very dominant performance there for Alfie Beaven as we now go to the race. Your starting order: Alfie Beaven, Johan Karlzak, Jacob Hine, Ash Hill, Martin Thorpe, Ben Brown, Zach Silver, Adnam Halavak, Alexander Kurios, Alex Nikolakis. I apologise if I just completely butchered that name. I probably have. Ethan, Diamond, Dave Tweets, Ben Myatt, Tim Bob, Laszlo Zabo, Eric Salik, Gary Slevlin, Ben Asker is your final P18 finishing position. 20-minute race coming up your way, with all these 19 drivers battling it out for 18 drivers, should I say, battling it out for the first race. We'll see the real pecking order once we get everything going. Just a quick 50-second countdown until we get going for the first race of round 1. We have been told by the drivers that they can go side by side pretty easily with these cars and get away with a bit of door banging, a bit of paint trading as well.
Yeah, I'm sure you can get a couple of these things stacked up next to each other along here. Might see a little bit of 3 wide even going in on the first lap.
3 wide. Spicy. If you just wait for the countdown, the lights will come on. And we're going to stick with first place, Mr. Bevan himself. As we get racing. Alfie gets a poor start though. There's Karolczak around the outside looking to take the lead straight away. And they're going to go 3 wide into turn 1 and they get the move done by Johan there. He's going to take the race lead from Bevan. In the background, Jacob Hine wants to try and make good of this as well. He's going to go try and look up the inside. Can't make that work, but it's defending from Thorpe. Makes contact with Thorpe and there's cars going round. And down the order, Nikolai, Tim Bob lost out, Zabo lost out, Dave Tweets lost out as well. They're all going to drop down the order. Ben Aster as well has fallen foul to that turn 2 collision, and that is going to mix up the order completely. There's cars up ahead as well. Silver, Halovac, Diamond going off as well onto the grass. That's not good at all. And we've already had a disconnect. Halovac's decided, no, that's enough, I've had enough, I'm going. Which the stewards will not take very lightly to. Ben Brown has also found the grass. What is going on?
Yeah, I'm a little confused here. There's definitely quite a bit of action here on the first lap, that's for sure. Zach Silver's looking a little slow. Maybe he got off the track or has some damage.
That was definitely an interesting start to the race. Wow. That was definitely something. As everything now seems to calm down.
Yeah, that was an interesting start. Hopefully they'll calm it down a little bit and fall into line here.
Your race lead, Alfie Beaver, has got the lead back from Karolczak. The overtake must have been made whilst we were watching all that carnage unfold. But in the background, who's that having a fight? That's Jacob Hine and Curios going at it for P3 and 4 respectively. And I think Jacob might get a run at Curios here as they go side by side. As they can go side by side and get away with it, but Jacob Hine goes very wide onto the grass, loses momentum but can get it back onto the grippy stuff. And Thorpe's will have a look up the inside as well. They're drifting, they're sliding, they're touching. And Hine is going to go drifting.
We're definitely well held to keep a point in the right direction. Took him a while to get back on the asphalt, but he kept it going in the right direction at least.
Indeed he did. Jacob Hine dropping to 7th because of that, sadly. Who's that dropping? Alex Nicola? No, it's Diamond dropping. Diamond's dropping down the order. Ethan Diamond is had a bit of a hiccup moment there. He finds himself down in P16, sadly. Let's check in with a little ongoing battle here. Martin Thorpe. was catching up Hill, but in the background is three-way battle for 87th and 6th. As Jacob Hines trying to get the inside of Tim Bob here. Thinks better of it. And then we go down into turn 2 and then turn 3. And is that move done by Hine? Up the inside, that first right-hander. Tim gets it back under him. We'll go over and under. Can't quite make it work and will remain in 7th for now. And Ben Brown's got a front row to the seat thinking we're going to make good of this.
It's definitely the racing stripes on Tim Bob's car right now that's giving him the edge.
Absolutely, you're right now. I think Tim Bob's just going to sadly lose out to High, and he'll remain side by side and they're still going at it like a couple of madmen. And I think guys, who's that making it 3
there
wide?
We go, there we go.
Making it 3 wide. This is going to end in calamity. They're going to go through the fast line. I'm going to watch. Oh, they figure it out in the end. Hine loses out though and drops to 8th. They're still 3 wide. And they're going up to the club chicane. They're going to go 3 wide club chicane. Oh god, this isn't going to end well. Ben Brown,
I'm telling you, it's those racing stripes.
It's racing
They're
stripes.
making it work.
Ben Brown's lost it. There's contact with Tim Bob and Ben Brown. I can't even speak. Jesus, Ben Brown and Tim Bob have lost it on the entry to club. Contact was made, and I think Tim Bob's gonna be waiting for a safe rejoin. There we go. Ben Brown gets back on track 10th. That was definitely coming together. And up ahead, Alex is fighting away with G-Slev, Gary Slevlin. Defending from G-Slev, and Diamond wants a bit of this as well. They're going to go 3 wide in turn 3. There's contact! G-Slev's off. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That did not look good at all.
Got a pretty close battle going on for 3rd place right now too, between Ash Hill and Curious.
I'm going to check in with them now. As they are almost side by side. They are now as they head down into up the Goodwood Hill, I believe it's called, up into the braking zone. Uphill braking zone and right hand turn braking zone for the club chicane. And look at that. Curious flashing his lights in anger trying to get past Hill. Meanwhile Alfie Bevan fastest lap 136.9, first man into the 136 this evening.
I was just about to say that. I saw that pop up as well. It's the first official 36 that we got. That's nice.
Absolutely, so I think he'll be pretty pleased with that. But I think Kyrgios is hanging fire for now. Hill looks to be defending. Oh, who's that dropping down the order? That's Ethan Diamond. Looks like he's lost it on the exit of club. Keeps it going though. No idea what happened there, other than there might have been a mistake made. Dave Tweets losing out to Zabo as they exchange places for 11th and 10th respectively. Curious though, still not giving up on Hill. 4th and 3rd still very much undecided as they both go through that incredibly fast right-hander. You're never not quite sure if you can take that flat or not in some cars. I think you can just about in these. Zach Silver though.
I was just about to say he's off wide in the grass.
Well, he's got it back on track. I just caught him as he was rejoining in the background. Zabo and Tweets also fighting for 10th and 11th, so this will become a 3-way battle very imminently.
And just ahead of them, we got Ben Brown closing in on Ben Myatt, so we're about to have a Ben-on-Ben battle.
Oh, that's a late move there from Tweets, or is that just very aggressive defending? It's mightily offline. Just going to lose out to Zabo anyhow. Both continue. Ben Arsenal is registering off track though. Oh, he is very much off track. That's club. Final chicane. He's definitely lost it somehow, possibly with an instant with Diamond. But he will continue. You see,
got Curious Hill and Thorpe all together now, battling for third place.
Oh, how did that happen? Where did Thorpe come from?
I believe Hill had a little bit of a problem, which caused Curious to check up, and so Thorpe was able to drive right up onto him.
Aggressive defending there from Curious. Moving across to the right very briefly then to rejoin the racing line. But Thorpe's still going to send it up the inside. Is that going to work? They'll give each other space, but I think Thorpe yields for now. Oh, he's hit the tyre wall, Curious! That's a very solid tyre wall. Oh, dear Lord.
That is a very solid tire wall. Wow. That was a full 360.
That was. I'm going to clip that. That's a solid tyre wall. But in the background though, Ben Brown on the tail of Mr. Ben Myatt, Mr. Benderama himself. This is going to be an admin battle, these two. Ben 22 Racing and Benderama going at it for P8 and P7th. I think Ben Brown...
Was that... I think Ben Myatt backed out there.
Yeah, he did. That's a move around the outside by Ben Brown for 7th place. Very good move, and I think Ben Myatt decided just to back out and say, you know what, you can have it, I'm going to try and follow you. Oh, can I breathe yet? Still got 9 minutes left.
Zach Silver is not too far off the back of Ben now, Myatt. So
yeah,
they're kind of drawn together now, almost 3.
The Battle of the Bens will have Zach as Ben Myatt goes very wide, and Zach's going to give him a reason to really hound him down for 8th place. They're going to go alongside each other, fast right-hander guys, and one of you needs to yield for the love of God, please. And Zach goes very wide.
I feel like Ben might have been a little nervous right there. It looks like there was a little extra lift, no?
Absolutely. Zach Silver does take the grass. Might have gained from that a little bit, but continues nonetheless. Ben will try and keep up with him. It's a very interesting line to take through those corners as well. Might be raising a few eyebrows there, especially with potential steward inquiries. But nonetheless, they will continue. What else is happening? Everyone's kind of got their own little gap at the minute. There's a battle actually for 10th and 11th, I say that, and these two could not be closer. Laszlo and that's Dave Tweets. They fight the top 10 position. They're going over and under on each other. But Dave for now holds out. Second sector they go. You can see Zabo's still trying to get past.
He's trying.
He's definitely got a little bit more confidence, I think, than Dave up ahead.
It's so funny watching them go like door to door racing, because you know they're pushing as hard as the car will, as fast as the car will go, but then from a third person looking at it, it's like, all right guys, come on, go. Get going.
Exactly. They almost drift their way through that fast right-hander. He's these Mini Coopers send it in, put the throttle down, sort it out on exit type of cars. So go up the hill into Club. They make a little bit of contact, a bit of door rubbing there. Nothing too unhealthy. They give each other space. And indeed, Dave still holds out for P10.
Dave was just adjusting Sabo's mirror for him.
Absolutely, reaching out going, that looks a little bit off.
Give him a little better view, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. G-Slav sadly dropping down the order there. Diamond looks to have made the move on him in the background, so he's not really best pleased with that. What else is happening? Who's close to each other? Not really. There's 1 second gaps between most cars basically, so nothing much else happening as of yet.
I think Zach Silver's closing up onto the back of Ben Brown. Not quite sure they're right about that 0.8 of a second away from each other.
Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on it.
Oh no, it looks like we got a battle shaping up for 12th place down there with Tim Bob and Nikolak.
Oh, hello.
Oh, maybe not.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Sorry about that, Nikolak.
You jinxed
My bad.
it. You jinxed it, Dominic. What are you doing? Commentator's curse. God damn it, sir. You've been too far away from the comms box.
I tried. I'm sorry.
Oh, bless you. Right, we will have a look. Zach Silver sets a personal best lap, but the race for Alfie Beaven has been, apart from the first few laps, has been relatively quiet. Not much happening for this good sir as we... Oh, hello. Is that Dave Tweets having a mistake at the club again? Dropping down the order. Must have been fighting with Tim Bob and made a mistake somehow. So that battle's going to nullify itself.
Yeah, we got a... What is that? Alma, or what? We got 1, 2, almost 3 admins up into the top 10 now.
Yeah, Ben Brown, Ben Myatt, and Tim Bob almost there. Almost. Maybe another 8 seconds he needs to find. Yeah.
With those racing stripes, that 8 seconds is no problem.
No problem at all for him, really, is it? You can get it up there. You can get it. Make some on-the-fly adjustments to our wonderful screen because we are having a couple of technical difficulties.
Oh, is this a battle for 3rd place shaping up?
Here we go. Thorpe looking to try and get around Hill. Oh, Ben Brown's had a mistake. Oh, he did just pop up as having a mistake. He is going to slow down.
I think. Yeah, Silver did get around him.
He did, sadly. Let's check it. Let's keep it in check with this P3 battle for Thorpe and Hill. Well, it's kind of calmed down a little bit, and Jacob Hines in the background as well, wanting probably to make use of these guys fighting.
Yeah, he definitely has a little bit of time left if they start battling pretty hard.
Keep check on it. Zabo's had a mistake as well there, as he just pops up dropping down the order, 12th to 14th. That's unlucky. I'm now 15th for Zabo, so that's unlucky for him, but we'll stick with this battle with Thorpe and Hill. We are following Thorpe at the minute as he's trying to challenge Hill for the first podium position. 2 minutes left to go of race 1. As we will get to do this all over again in a few minutes' time. As Thorpe desperately trying to find a way around Hill here. Gonna look around the outside of turn 1. Can't make anything work there, but might get a better drive out the corner. Down into turn 2. Slight left-hander for turn 2, and then turns 3 and 4 will follow pretty quickly. Hill goes defensive. Cuts off the nose of Thorpe a little bit there. Very
Hine is definitely drawn his way back into them as well, so he's pretty much in the battle now.
Yeah, could not agree more. So he'll be wanting to try and profit from this ongoing battle.
Zach Silver is now actually about a half a second behind 6th place Curious as well, so he make that about 8.8 of a second.
Keep an eye on that as well. We'll stick with this battle. We'll check in with Zach in a moment. Just wanting to see if this turns into anything.
Definitely the 3 closest cars we got on track right here.
Yeah, without a shadow of doubt. Fastest lap for Alfie Beaven, 36.7, which is an incredible lap from Alfie Beaven there.
That's 0.2 faster than the lap he put down on the 2nd lap. That's insane.
Only thing I reckon is that qualifying the track wasn't optimal. It was about 94%.
Hine is off in the background. Big shunt.
So Hine is now out of the picture for any sort of P4, P3. Zach Silver has made the read on Kyrgios though, most notably in the background. Oh, Kyrgios is off. Again, Club Chicane. Loads of people finding issues with Club Chicane at the minute.
I think they're just trying to find that 1 extra tenth on the inside by those tires, and they're just biting them. I know that's what happened to Hine for sure.
Absolutely. Well, we will stick with Alfie Beaven, giving him a bit of a send-off for a very dominant victory here at the first race of this evening. I think he'll be pretty pleased with having about a 7.5 second gap to Carol Zach. Oh, Tim Bob and Alex, they're having a coming together. They've both got to wait to get going. I think Alex also waited for Bob to get going to ensure he didn't lose out any places. But the man of the hour, Alfie Beaver, is coming to Club Chicane. Comes across the final chicane to take the checkered flag. Congratulations, Alfie Beaver, your race winner for race 1 this evening.
You're gonna want to jump onto the battle for 3. We got Thorpe moving up right up the inside of Hill for coming into the last chicane.
Karolzak will take 2nd place. Johan will be very pleased with that result. Ash Hill and Thorpe still yet to be decided. We will find out in a moment. I think Ash Hill, yeah, A Hill, should I say, is going to get the better of Thorpe, but Thorpe's going to come back at him, and it's going to be on the line. Thorpe loses out. Hill gets it. That was a wonderful battle for the last few laps there for P2 and P3, but that is all being decided. Hine will finish 5th. Zach Silver, 6th place. He's going to probably be asked some questions perhaps. Kyrgios and Brown, 7th and 8th. Our wonderful admin Ben Myatt, Mr. Benderama, will come across the line for 9th. 10th for Mr. Dave Tweets? It's Tweets, isn't it?
Yeah, I will agree with that.
Yeah.
Got a battle for with Slev and Nikolak in the last turn right here.
Alex has
somebody runs wide.
The very one right there. That's going to give G-Slev. Gary Slev in the 12th place. And Nikolai. I can't pronounce that. Comes across the 13th.
Him strategically went 1-1. Big 5-head move right there. He got the double win.
Absolutely. And Diamond 15th. The only other person we were waiting across the line was Halovac. Sadly, he has left the server, but congratulations, Alfie Beaven. Right then, we will await the next server to launch now. I'm just going to change. Oh, that's fine. It's updated. That's fine. It's all good. Phew. Right. Discord. Where are you? There we go. Shall we see if we can drag down Alfie Beaver? And he's not in the chat. How dare he? Oh, yes, he is in the chat. But he doesn't talk though, so we can't drag him down. I don't believe he doesn't have a microphone. But let's see if anyone else is available just for a quick natter. Shall we drag down Mr. Benderama himself? Let's see if we can drag him down. I'm going to see if I can. Oh, wrong one. Ben, it's Aidan and Dom in the comments box. Good evening, sir.
Evening. Sorry, we need to get over to the next server quite quickly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it went well for me. I was enjoying it. I was having a great time.
8th place for you there. Not a bad midfield finish for you.
Not at all. It's better than my usual standards. Of stone dead last.
No, that's absolutely fair. That is absolutely fair, bless you.
Yeah, it's great racing. So,
how was the racing standards for you? How was the midfield?
For me, it felt fine. I didn't get him. I think I got a little bump at this in the start, but you sort of expect that.
Yes.
And then after that, it just seemed to settle down. Had some great racing with Ben and Zach.
Yes,
So
I saw that.
Certainly can't complain too much.
Low and slow cars. Who thought they could race well?
Well, I'm always confident in slow cars providing good racing.
Good man. Good man.
Sorry, I'm
we actually
I'm adminning. Yeah, you will need to jump into next server. It's only a 5-minute quali session.
Right, let's go to the next session for sure, because we are already in qualifying. That's thrown off some of these drivers. Ben, if you wouldn't mind just getting yourself back to the voice channel for me.
Yep, certainly.
So I can then get the stream running. That would be absolutely amazing. Thank you, good sir. Let's get back to the second qualifying session.
And for the second qualifying session, the top 5 finishers from race number 1 will not be participating, so they will be starting at the tail end of the grid for the second race, and then the same thing will be repeated in the third race afterwards.
Wonderful stuff. That is track though. There's no grip on the track. It's 89%, so we won't see the 136s come up into play for this qualifying session, so it's just not enough grip for that to happen. We will, however, see what times they can do on a track that might be a bit more difficult to find time on, especially with a lot less grip.
Yeah, the starting group is definitely going to be lower. I would assume though by the end of the race it should find its way all the way up to maximum, but definitely in the beginning it will be a little bit of a struggle for these guys.
We'll see. Net Raxa lapped by the missile. I'm presuming you are referring to the Mr. Alfie Beaver. He was a bit of a missile there, I must admit. Very much unstoppable. 7-second lead over P2. So very dominant victory. So if you can repeat that in race 2, but he will have the challenge of oh hello. Did the qualifying session just restart there by itself?
Yeah, I think what it was is we had a couple late joiners, and to make sure that everybody had a fair shot at their 5 minutes, we're just going to start it over.
That is admin stuff, isn't it? That was very random. Let's go back to the track and see everyone get back to it. Track is still old, even with a quick reset. So we will see all these cars go to track all at once pretty much, and then a line of them going through the first chicane. Oh, that's a sight to see. A line of Mini Coopers.
Yep, it's definitely going to be a fight to find. Well, I guess it probably wouldn't be too hard to find your space in those little things out there.
No, I don't think so. So we will just see what happens, especially with a track that's not rubbered in. As I said, it's only 89% rubbered in, so not at the optimum track we would expect from a track that's already been used. Sadly, because it's in second server, everything's reset. Everything is back to what it would have been before the start of the practice session and qualifying session when the first server launched. So, yeah, we will definitely see if drivers can handle and set lap times in cars that maybe not going to be as quickly as once before. So first person to set a lap will be Alexandre Curios. So this will be a benchmark just to see what we should expect as he gets 2 wheels on the grass. It saves it though. Down through turn 2, be hard on the brakes. The first chicane, turn 3 and 4. There he goes. And turn 5 follows pretty quickly after that, which I believe is called Seagrave, if I remember my notes. Down into the next little brief right hand is Noble, and then onto the long Goodwood turn. I now have my notes up so I can actually accurately call the corners. Down the village straight and you'll come into another fast right-hander. This is now the village straight. Into Church Curve, which is then followed up by the Brooklyn straight and into Woodham Hill. It's not really a straight, it's a bend, really. Brooklyn's bend up the hill into Club.
Is that what it's called? Brooklyn Straight? That's actually called that?
Yeah, Brooklyn's. That's what I've got on my notes and my track map.
Okay, Brooklyn. Okay.
Chris takes a short route across the track, but all that invalidate his lap. He's going to finish it. And it has been invalidated, so the game has picked up that as a track cut. Your fastest time as it stands is Tim Bob, 143.2, a very, very long way off the 139s and 138s we were seeing of the previous qualifying session. So the track indeed having an impact on the speed of these cars. We are still racing. Well, to be fair, this isn't the top 5 from last race where it qualifies, so we are going to see slower times, but I think Tim Bob's fastest time was a 141, maybe a 140, very low 142 from the last race's qualifying session. So yeah, massive effect the track's up on the track grip, well, lack of track grip is having on these cars.
Yeah, these things are pretty much 100% dependent on that contact patch with the tires of the ground. I don't think you can consider any of those body parts aero pieces.
No, the only aero is the bonnet and the windshield. Well, let's face it, and that's drag at best. That's not downforce.
Yeah, I think the only thing it's got aerodynamically going for it is it actually moving through air.
It's punching a little Mini Cooper-sized hole in the air. Qualifying is over, checker flag is out. Ben Meyer and Gary Slevlin have both seen the checkered flag, and Tim Bob's had to take the shortcut. That's going to be invalidated lap. Curios, 141.1. New fastest lap, that will see him on pole. Tim Bob's going to call it a day. Zach Silver gets into third. Ben Brown, new fastest lap, first man into the 140s for his second race. For the second qualifying for second race, should I say. Great lap from Ben Brown there. Diamond steers himself into fourth as he sees the checkered flag. Still a couple of laps left. Eric Surik is going to stop the car. Ben Arson gets up into seventh as he comes across the line. the only other driver, Dave Tweets gets to 6th. So that's a good lap from him. That will see him up into the midfield battle. The only other lap is from Nikolakakai. I think I said that right, but he does not improve and remains in 9th. So, bearing in mind the top 5 from last race do not qualify, this is your starting order as it stands. Ben Brown in pole, Kyrgios in 2nd place, Zach Silver 3rd, Ethan Diamond in 4th, Tim Bob 5th, Dave Tweets 6th, Eric Sarek 7th, Ben Asker 8th, Alex Nikolakakis, I'm so sorry if I'm butchering that name, Alex, is P9, P10 is Laszlo Zabo in P10, Ben Myatt P11, Gary Slevin P12. Ignore Dominic in there, he's in the comments box, so it'll be P13 for Jake Pine. Johan Karolzak P14th, Ash Hill P15th, Martin 4 P16th, and Alfie Bevan P17. Lost one driver from the first race, Kagan Bazdugan. He will not be in the second race, sadly, because he has not joined the server. And even if he does, he will start at last, but we will await the race start. We will jump on with our pole sitter, Mr. Ben Brown, before we get going. There we go. And someone's sounding the horn. They know they're on stream.
You definitely gotta love when a race car has a horn, right?
That is very retro, isn't it? You can listen to it. It's like a little tin horn.
I don't think I would be able to resist using it throughout the race.
I wouldn't either. Right, we've got our red lights up on the screen. We're about to go green from race 2 this evening. And they're away. Ben Brown gets a good start. He will hold the lead as he goes into turn 1. Doesn't really face much challenge from the cars behind it. It's a battle though for, looks like the P4. That's Ethan Diamond trying to make moves, but up ahead Zach Silver and Kyrgios will want to go at it. But look alongside this, what am I saying? Ben Brown loses out to Kyrgios. Look at this, they're battling side by side is what I meant to say. And sadly, oh no, I do apologise. Kyrgios did get ahead, but then Ben Brown gets it back. Kyrgios, I think, made a mistake into the first chicane there and retakes and re-inherits 2nd place. Ash Hill sadly dropping down the order, and so is Bevan and potentially Thorpe dropping down the order as well. We'll keep an eye on the battle here because they're all sort of going 2 ways. A nice little battle in the background. Nikolakasis. God, I'm butchering that, aren't I? Is
You're missing one of the K's, I think.
Nikolaka. No, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna say Nikolak because it's easier. Is kind of in a mixture of a battle here for what's that in the background? G Slev dropping down the order 3 wide for 30, 40, 15th. Diamond and Tweets up ahead going at it, whilst Karolzak and Hill are fighting. Oh, there's contact up ahead, there's a massive smash. That is Alex. That's not Alex. Who is that dropping down the order? Sarek. Karolzak dropping down the order. That's who crashed, and Lisa potentially coming up prop as well. Metalhead Parky. Nickel, yeah, him for the win. I'm just gonna try and avoid pronouncing that because that is just an absolute, complete and utter brain melt for me. Alfie Bevan trying to find out. Oh, someone's gone very wide and off the track there. I think it was G-Slev going very wide and missing everything. Sadly, Eric Sarek disconnected, probably because he's found himself with too much damage, potentially. We will hopefully see him back for the next and final race this evening. Yes, we get to do this all over again, folks.
Yep, we got one final race for the day.
Curious and Ben Brown are going at it from the race lead, but there's also a battle here with 11th and 12th, side by side, Hill and Beaven. Beaven's going to get the better of Hill into that fast right-hander. I believe it's the Church Curve. Up ahead also, Thorpe and Hine going at it. They're going to go side by side. There's an interesting three battle though for 4th, 5th and 6th. I want to try and get some attention too. Is they're going to go through the chicane. We jump to it. They're nose to tail going through club. And they all manage to sort themselves out eventually. There's so much action happening left, right and centre. There's a fight for P1 and P2 starting to brew a little bit. Only 0.3, 0.4 of a second between those guys. Brown and Curious. But we'll stick with this for now as Diamond's going to try and get his way around Tweets. As that moved on up the inside of Campbell and Cobb. Yes, that's their corner names apparently. And into Seagrave they go.
Somebody is way off track over there. Who is that? Third. I think he might have just been trying to get out of the way of the pack.
Yeah, potentially, as Diamond's going to lose out to Tweets. Potentially they are fighting. He did get the place briefly, but I think he is going to fully lose out there to Tweets. Won't get it back on the inside. They touch. They both go sideways and they save it. Oof.
Just a little wiggle.
Oh, there's a fight for the lead. Sorry to interrupt you. Curious and Ben Brown going at it, and I think Curious makes a move up the inside there on the Church Curve up into Brooklands. Zach Silvers want to get a piece of this now. He's going to be in the background looking to try and get a PT from Ben Brown. Brown goes defensive immediately, lets him know that he does not want to give him that place. Ooh, there. I need to get my breath for a minute. There's a four-way battle for 6, 7, 8 and 9 I'm going to give attention to. Let's have a look at this. It's happening up and down. Oh, who's that going off?
That was Hine going to the left of the chicane, then followed back I think 2 positions and just stuck him back in the line there.
Up ahead, Diamond trying to make a move up the inside, not quite working on Beaven. Oh, God, this clump of cars have just not left each other alone. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th pretty much. All in the same corner. I think even 11th as well. Oh, there's contact! Diamond and who was that? Was that Thorpe?
That was Hill. That was Hill coming in. Yep.
Oh dear Lord.
I don't know if he missed his braking mark or thought he was in the GT3 car that would actually stop when he hits the brakes, but
that's no good at all. And there's further contact between Alex and Diamond as they both try and rejoin and get going again. We'll jump back up to the midfield. There's Hill, Myatt and Thorpe all going at it. The same piece of track, and Tweets in the background of P10 sort of split this action as well as he tries to look up the inside.
He went so inside he was on the grass.
Yeah, he's finding the grass again. He's going to go wide, and Zabo in the background, very wide from Zabo there.
Getting a little extra grass. Oh, he found the hit.
Yeah, he's hit the wall. There he is. Zabo's hit the wall big time. He's spinning right round like a record baby, right round, but he finds himself pointing in the right direction again.
He found the bump. That bump is so brutal out there.
Oh, Zach Silver's off. Club corner. P3. Ooh, he's going to be alright. Beaven's going to come and try and catch him. In the background, Tim Bob and Jacob Hyden are going to go at it for turn 1. They stay put for now. Hines desperate to try and get past Tim Bob. Look at this, looking each and every way to try and get past him. Look up the inside into Campbell.
Got a 3-way battle going on for 10th position as well between Diamond, Nikolak, and
Karolzak. Yeah, we'll jump to that now. Oh, there's contact because 2 cars off. That's
Tweets and Nikolak got together there.
Yeah, what you said.
There's literally things going on all over. Oh, it looks like Beevan's catching up to Silver here. Back up at the front of the pack for third.
That was happening left, right, and centre. Very loud engines, not. Oh, I can't read what you said, SimRacing Psycho, but thank you. Will bear that in mind saying the engines are loud. Okay, we will just tweak that down a little bit then. Very loud engines, not so loud, Aiden. Oh, I'm peaking though. I am peaking. That's the thing. Very interesting. I will just look at that a little bit. There we go, that might be a little bit better. As we see Beaver. Oh, who's that going very wide? That's Zach Silver cutting the corner. But that's good. He's gonna give the place to Beaver, and that's fair enough. The engines are louder than you are, Aiden. Yes, I am very much aware. I'm trying to adjust. Honest. Trying to. As we see Silver quite nicely give the place to Beaver now after making the mistake. Very chivalrous. Chivalrous is the word I'm looking for.
Is that a word?
Chivalrous. It's you know.
I mean, yeah, I guess I would. I mean, it totally makes sense. I literally have never heard that. I've heard of chivalry.
Yeah,
but
I think it's
haven't.
Right. If it's not, it
I haven't heard it used
now.
in like a past. Would that be a past tense usage?
Yes, potentially.
Okay.
Potentially.
Potentially.
It is not
possibilities.
Kill, and yes, this is not kill, Rob. Absolutely, our wonderful, the best of the British this not kill track, apart from Doddington, because you know that's my local, and I am biased as Mark Thorpe. No, Martin Thorpe. Should I say? Makes a move on Tim Bob.
Wait. Okay. Pardon me for asking an American question, but isn't this Thruxton?
Oh, this is Thruxton. What am I doing? It is Thruxton.
Okay, because I wasn't sure if Knockhill and Thruxton were the same thing, but I was pretty sure that they weren't.
It's Thruxton, ignore me. So I totally know what I'm talking about, and who's that after? That's Tim Bob. It's definitely Thruxton. I'm tired. I've had a long day. Stop it, Rob. Tim Bob's gonna stay put to wait for a gap. Sadly, that's his race may be over. He did get it on the grass, by the looks of it. So I don't think he has anyone but himself to blame for that. It's going to be immortalised on stream as well. Right. Oh, look at this? Ben Brown and Alfie Beetham.
Yep.
P2 and P3 respectively, as Beaver's going to try and look up the outside. Oh, he's going to hang it around the outside. I don't think he's going to quite make it work there, but he will get the inside for the next right-hander, and that is move done. Fantastic move by Alfie Beavan.
I don't know, Brown's got the cut back on him. He's going to put him up the inside for the next like tighter part.
It'll be Church turn as they go down the hill and into Church turn. I think Alfie holds it.
Did a good job by holding Ben down there and making him have to lift off to hold his line.
Yeah, very good fighting there and respectful fighting from both drivers. Rob, I'm not sure how to answer that question as they both go into club, almost rear-ending there. It's Ben Brown's had a mistake, he's off. Takes way too much of that curb and the car finds the barrier. Oh dear and oh dear. I don't think he meant to do that. P7's now Ben Brown, sadly, losing out to Thorpe Hill Hine. And he will be kicking himself for that, I reckon. He's not really best pleased. I say about Hill and Thorpe, they are fighting away as well. Thorpe looking up the inside of Hill into Campbell Corner, into Cobb, and then will make another immediate right for Seagrave. It's gonna be in because Thorpe just lost out there, and Ben Brown's catching again, so he wants to try and recover some lost ground as Ben. So go through Noble into Goodwood. Long right-hander Goodwood there, very deceptive, blind apex on the end, and oh, who's that going very wide? Thorpe. Sorry, Ben Brown going very wide, should I say, almost get it on the grass and losing the car. They go down into Church Turn. Oh, apologies, I'm going to go away from this. P4 and P3 side by side. Jacob Hine making a bit of a comeback through the field. And Alfie B even in second place with a 6.5 seconds. Zach Silver making a very interesting line through that turn.
Very interesting line there.
It keeps it pointing in the right direction. Alfie Beaven though was race winner and has pulled his way through the field.
He's got 6 minutes and 5 seconds to catch up.
6
seconds.
Yes.
6.5 seconds.
So he needs essentially to make up a second per minute, which is a feat I don't think is going to be quite achievable in the background. 5th, 6th and 7th still going at it. Ben Brown getting past Thorpe for 6th. And look who's dropping into chat. Happy Bivovic. Again, it's a name I'm butchering, I'm sorry. It's a pleasure to see you, good sir. Welcome along tonight. Thank you for dropping by. A pleasure to have you. As we have about 5.5 minutes left of this second race of these Mini Coopers around Thruxton. Racing up and down the field. Battles anywhere and everywhere you look. It's kind of hard to keep track sometimes. Ethan Diamond looked to be catching Myatt and Nikolak. That's all I'm going to say because I can't figure out how to say the rest of it.
Ironically, that's where I have my overlay and his name, actually. So that's literally all I see.
Alfie Beaven fastest lap, 1:38.3. Ooh, hello. Jacob Hine losing out P3 there to Zach Silver. Oh, they're side by side after turn 1. And they're going to keep on fighting. Hine, I think, yields to Zach Silver as they go into Carbon and Seagrave. Hine gets it back around the outside, but I think Zach will have a run into Nobel Curve. A lot of curb there from Zach, getting the car up on 2 wheels.
I think that was more Jacob saying you're not going to have that line.
No, my corner. As they go bumper to bumper pretty much through Goodwood Turn. They end up side by side again down Village Straight.
It makes me wonder how strong the toe is in these things, because I'm seeing them like be fairly far off of them come through Church, and then by the time like they're passing them halfway up the hill going into the last chicane.
Yeah, I could not agree with you more. In the background though, Thorpe and Brown going at it. We'll stick with this battle. The P3 briefly is door banging, and Hines off, and so's Zach as well. Zach goes complete stage exit right. Gets sideways onto the, almost makes contact with Hine there, and Zach's going to have to be careful about a rejoin. Oh, that's not going to look good there, is he? Bless him. Does rejoin nonetheless. But that is definitely a podium position out the window for him. Slots in between Ben Brown and Carol Zach, who were fighting away. So he's going to be a bit of a car stuck in the middle of these two. I say that, Zach's already challenging Carol Zach as they go into Campbell, Cobb and Seagrave. just over 2 minutes left of this race. Kyrgios, a 5-second gap to Alfie Beaver. Alfie, even though he's starting pretty much at the back of the pack from winning the first race, hasn't closed the gap enough to challenge for P1. Hine third with Hill catching, and they are going down through towards Church Curve, but might develop into a battle if they keep that going. But Silver, though, most notably, still hounding on the door of Karolzak here for 6th place. See if that, nothing quite there yet. That's we're not near enough to mount a challenge. What else is happening up and down here? Everything seems to calm down now. I say calm down. It's been 19 minutes, so there's been action non-stop, which we'd love to see. Oh, hold on a minute. Look at what Zach's doing. He's right in the tail of Carl. Zach gets a fantastic run out of club, but can't do anything with it. I wonder if he's just got damaged that he's struggling to get any pace up, basically. Can't see any damage on these cars. The mod don't think allows damage is turned on, and the drivers will be feeling it if they've had too many visits to the barrier, let's say.
To the barrier or another's bumper.
Yeah, that too. So I think everything's going to stay stationed, really, as Alexandru Kyrgios leads them down through into the Church Curve. Will we have another
We
lap?
got Lev catching up to Tweets here. He's pushing pretty hard.
Oh, he is.
Looks like he wants to maybe get one more.
He is. I'm just going to keep an eye on Kyrgios. I'm not entirely sure we'll get another lap. 8-7. Oh, he might do.
I don't believe so, because it's a pretty long run to the finish line.
Oh yeah, long run to finish. This will be the final lap, and we will say congratulations to Kyrgios, race winner for race 2 of this first round here at Thruxton. Alfie Beaven, fantastic ride from him.
Zach Silver just got around Karlzak, no, not Karlzak. Karlzak.
And then Karlzak's going to try and come back at him through the final club, and in the background, Ben Brown's also trying to make good of this as well. Can't quite make it work. And Karlzak does pip Zach Silver at P6 and 7th. Ben Brown can't make anything of that and goes into P8th. Alex Nikolakis, I can't pronounce that.
Appears to be out of gas.
No.
He's going into the pits right now, like crawling into the pits.
He's going to drop down.
And he's stopped.
He has stopped.
He's stopped.
Oh no. He's returned to pits, yeah. Absolutely. So that's going to be P13. He's not going to be P13 for him. He's just not crossed the timing line.
Yep, that's going to be a DNF,
that's
sadly.
That's going to be a DNF, sadly, for him. Ben Asker will be next across the line with P14.
I mean, talk about missing it by a matter of meters, right?
Yeah, big time. Absolutely big time. Has Ben run out of fuel? Ben Asker? No, he hasn't. He's just going very slowly.
Nah.
That's him across the line. Zabo.
I believe he has. He just is a little more lucky and made it across, maybe?
Potentially, as Alex will finish in 15th place, sadly. What a way to not... well, I say not to finish. He will finish, but he's just got to put more fuel in the car before he can actually get across the timing beam. But he will be kicking himself for that, because that would have been a nice top 10 position for him. Right.
Yeah, that is definitely.
That's very rough.
Yeah, that's definitely a feels bad.
Oh, it hits me right in the feels. That does. Right. Let's see. If
we have bumped the third race by a couple minutes, so we are definitely still on time.
Good, wonderful. We're not going to rush into the next race.
Nope. We actually have 2 minutes until it starts. 2 minutes and probably about 10-15 seconds or so.
Awesome. So let me see. Let's have a look in Discord. Is Curious in a voice chat? I want to drag someone else down. He is. Shall we see if we can drag him down?
Yeah, definitely.
Move to. Go. Alexandri, Curious, it's Aidan and Dominic in the comms booth. Good evening, sir. Are you there?
Oh, hi. Wasn't expecting this.
Haha, surprise. Yeah, we do like to drag our drivers down for a quick chat. Well, very congratulations to you, race win. Very dominant victory there. Held off a resurgence of Alfie Buven in P2 there. But how was that race for you?
Stressful, because I was just looking at the top left at the relative because of Alfie.
It's Alfie, yeah. He did get to about 5 seconds of you, but I think he might have made mistakes. He dropped back to 6.5 with the last few minutes there.
Yeah. But no, it was a fun race, and the third one will be even more fun because I'm going to be at the back.
I was about to say, yeah, top 5 drivers do not qualify, so it'll be all to play for against you, really. You fight your way through the field. You excited for that?
Well, let's maybe revisit that after the first lap.
We will be sure to check in with you again, Alexandre. It's a pleasure. Thank you for coming by tonight, and we will see you out on track for race 3.
Thank you.
I'm going to try and chuck you back up to the voice channel. Where are you? Ooh, hold on. You see, admin privileges, you never quite get them to work right.
Kind of quality we want from our content and streams.
Not letting me. Alexandre, I'm going to give you the pleasure of jumping back up to voice channel for me.
Yeah. Alright, see you later.
Laters. Oh, bless him. Yeah, cool. Definitely a fantastic top tier admin here, you know. Just saying.
Yeah, it's those pesky what are they called? Abilities, not abilities, but like where they let you do things and they don't work.
Yeah, exactly.
Privileges.
The admin. Yeah, I was gonna say privileges. Yeah, privileges. You know, admin tools.
Yeah,
administrative.
We're thinking
tools.
of the same word. We're thinking of the same word. I know we are, but we can't say it.
Tip of our tongue,
They don't know it.
Yep. Yeah, that word. Dear freaking God. Well, that was your race winner there for race 2, who will be starting at the back of the grid. Almost out of fuel. Did Alfie lap you I need to figure out who you are first. That would be a mighty help. I don't think and the leader lapped anyone. I think everyone finished on the same lap, which is, I guess, a bonus. SimRacing, hello dearest friend. The track has a significant number of health and safety issues that were reporting to the MSA after the race. It includes me ended up in some sort of acid trip. See AC's chat in Discord. Oh dear. Oh dearest of dears. What in the world did you do?
Could it be a possible crash into another dimension?
Possibly. Maybe. Oh wow. That's a thing. Yeah, no. I can see what you mean. That is definitely an acid trip. You've literally glitched through a wall basically by the looks of it, and your car is spinning so fast it turns into a blur. That's not good.
Yep.
That is not good at all. Right, let's see if the second server has gone up yet. Oh god, I'm multitasking. This is never going to end well. It has? Not quite yet. It is launching. Yeah, that one. Just waiting for the server to go live. Our wonderful friends, of course, at SimRacing.GP, providing all the servers for us and the races tonight. So without their support, this would not be possible. Thank you very much, SimRacing.GP and Ben22 Racing, wonderful liveries. Who is racing with us tonight. Our wonderful in-house admin and livery creator. Sim stuff for all your button box needs, and Simhound, of course, for your sim racing apparel, gloves, boots, anything you may need, they've got you covered. I think that was a good response to the little promo there, don't you think, Tonic? That was good enough, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was great. I'm just currently looking at those pictures and oh wow.
Oh wow.
That's something.
It is that. I do not know what that would have looked like on stream. I'm quite glad I didn't find out what that would have looked like on stream.
I do like just the picture of the Mini in the sky by itself. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's rather humorous, isn't it? Our server is live.
It's like, how'd you get that picture?
I'm just waiting for everyone to join the server. So the only person in there is me and one other, which is hilarious. Oh, there we go. Everyone's now jumping in and joining. As we just
US things that just went live for me.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Let's have a look. Ooh, who's going out on the track? I want to cart this out on the track, guys. Come on. Let's do that, and then we'll go back to track and see the action. By the magic of Discord, not Discord, magic of OBS, we are back. Huzzah! It's Ben Asker. Hello, good sir. Yes. No, you definitely weren't lapped. The leader did not lap anyone on race 2. You were absolutely fine. The rendering of that Portaloos and Skipso is really good. It is, yes, and I am slightly alarmed you went to such great lengths to find out that detail. Yeah, that's definitely interesting. Right, so we are into the 3 practice sessions. The driver's just going to go back out on track for a little while before we go to another 5-minute qualifying session. Remember, top 5 from race 2 do not qualify. They will remain in the pit lane whilst everyone else gets to start a qualifying lap. And then fastest 5 cars will start at the back of the grid. The fastest 5 cars in race 2, should I say, in terms of finishing positions, will start at the back of the grid for this final race this evening. It's been action all night. It's been rather entertaining. Who'd have thought? Mini Coopers, old Mini Coopers, lovely, tight, twisty, short tracks like this. Wonderful entertainment.
Yeah, I mean these little Mini Coopers are definitely a blast to drive, and it's nice to see that they're able to race them really well together.
Absolutely, had a couple of incidents here and there, but you know we've had a lot more clean racing really than bumping moments and crashing moments. Has been thoroughly entertained by these guys, and all props to them. They have kept themselves in good order. No doubt there has been some action we've missed that the stewards will investigate upon reporting by the drivers. But, you know...
I am absolutely 100% sure that we did not see every incident that occurred out there.
There's just so much to try and catch. It was like this and that, and then that was happening, and this was happening, and things are happening at the same time. It's like, oh my god, what do I do? What do I do? What do we do?
That second race was for, I don't know, the first 5 to 10 minutes maybe. It was just all the way down the grid was within a half second, it seemed like.
Yeah, for sure, as we see these guys practice Jacob Hyde turning his car into a rally car, of course. And then decides to promptly continue his lap.
Minis make halfway decent rally cars, don't they?
Yeah. Front wheel drive, low weight, reasonable power. I mean, I guess so.
I mean, it's no Mark II, but you know.
No, not at all. Not in the slightest. Right, so, track life, 91%. It's still old. We will see. We have seen that affect the cars. What are you doing, mate? The track's in the other direction.
He's going for his lawn mowing duties. Looks like he's gonna maybe pick up the other side of the track as well.
Oh, dear Lord.
Oh, yep. You gotta keep the blade sharp. Just jump the track. That works.
And
wow. Where's he going? Back over here, buddy.
Here's the final laws of physics. God.
Yeah, I think.
I'm stunned.
Yeah, I was quite surprised there, honestly.
Yeah, that was just AC things doing AC thing, just AC doing its thing. Yeah. Just the usual. Right.
Oh, that is so good. I think he's just as surprised he hasn't left the pits since. He's like, okay, I'm done.
Okay, that's it. No, that's it. That's all. That's fine. I've broken the game. I've broken my car. It's fine. I'm just gonna sit in pits and wait for qualifying. As we do see the checkered flag for the free practice session. We'll go into another 5 minutes of qualifying to see who can set the fastest lap out of the 11 drivers that can qualify.
Yeah, we have a little bit of a mix-up from the first race to the second race, but I'm pretty sure most of the top 5 from the first race made their way back up to the top 5 in the second race, didn't they? I think shy about 2 of them.
Just. Yeah, I mean, well, you said Alfie B even stormed through back to second. I didn't quite know where everyone else was, which is awful of me.
I think Carl finished second in the first race, but I think he finished 8th in the second one. I think he had some trouble coming through the pack there.
Yeah, Badim in chat. What the bleep? I just went to get some water. I come back and the first thing I see is a Mini being possessed by freaking demons.
Yeah, things happen.
Yeah, things happened. Cars glitched. Confusion ensued.
The driver is all right and has been returned to the pits.
The driver walked away.
Oh man, the car, we still haven't found it.
It's been lost in the ether of the beyond. It was rather entertaining though, seeing a car lose all its wheels, decide to go for a spin and end up halfway in and out of between the actual track.
Could you imagine me and the 2 cars that drove by, like, what is going on?
I mean, if they made contact, that would have been hilarious.
Just saying.
Everyone out on track, so P8, P9, waiting for 2 more cars to go out on track, which is...
So Johan is going out, so he did not make it into that top 5 in the last race.
He didn't know.
So we will see if Alfie will be able to chase him down. That would be quite interesting. First and second from qualifying in the first race, starting from opposite ends of the grid in the third race.
That will be. But the driver was okay after a visit from the priest.
Yeah, pretty much.
The demon had awoken. Anyway, let's have a look. So all 11 cars that can qualify are out on track, from Karolzak all the way through to Gary Slevin. So track is still not rubbered in. It's 91%. It's still old, so it's not fully rubbered in. So the grip will be lacking for these guys, as it was lacking for race 2. But the first person we will see to go onto a flying lap will be Karolzak. Johan will want to see an improvement. Good midfield finishes from Johan here from the past couple of races. As we see that he's just going to jump on a lap now. We can order times that are coming out on the timing screen. They're very much out laps. They're not real lap times, so we're going to ignore those for now. But Johan will be the first person to set a benchmark as he goes down into the complex of Campbell, Cobb and Seagrave. Next up is the Noble left-hand turn. then it follows straight into Goodwood curve. So there was Noble into Goodwood. Down the hill in Village, the Village Hill. And then he'll find himself shortly at another very fast blind right-hander of Church. And through Church he goes. Sector 1 and 2 purple. That was only in comparison with his 149. Got 8 odd seconds in Sector 1. Surprisingly did not gain time on his best time in Sector 2, which kind of makes sense because he would have been pushing at that point. But up the hill, up Woodham Hill should I say, into the final chicane at Club. Over the curb suitably enough, and he will run it out as wide as he possibly can. Come across the line for 139.6. That's a half decent lap actually from Kawasaki. Let's see what Dave Tweets can do. 153. Don't think he improved there. Might have invalidated a lap there. But 143 and 142 for Laszlo Szabo. He goes very wide. Always makes contact with Okada. That was heart and mouth moment. Szabo P4, Timbo P3. Alex has got up into P2 there, 141.9. Pits everyone else so far. These guys all have time for one more lap apart from the ones that have made mistakes in turn 1. So Zabo's called it quits there after his excursion in P1. Tim Bob will start a second lap. Silver Brown and Gary Sutherland unable to set laps as of yet. They will get another chance to do so, and as they have, I believe, crossed the finish line before the checkered flag. 30 seconds left, so only 2 fine laps for these guys. Who is improving? Tim Bob is personal best at the minute after Sector 1. He will see an improvement on his time. He probably will be able to challenge for second at this pace. It just depends what all the others around him are doing. We'll stick with him and see where he does finish. We'll get a tow from a car ahead. Can't quite tell who that is. But we'll... It's car 59. Yeah, it's Dave Tweets up ahead of him. So go up through the final Club chicane. G-Slip returns to pits without setting a time. That will bump him right down to P17. Mixed up with the backfield runners, Tim Bob goes to third. Then Tweets went to third initially there and then immediately picked by Bob. But Zach Silver slams it into second place. I think that's going to be about it. Ben Asker can't improve. Ben might improve. He is on a lap. He is going to improve on his personal best by quite a margin. Bearing in mind his personal best was 207, bless him. But he will improve nonetheless. It will be a 143. Good enough for 9th place. Pits Ben Asker there. But big story. Gary Slevin unable to set a lap time, and because of that has to start down in P17, so will not be within the top 11. Oh, he's not going to be happy with that at all.
Yeah, I wonder, I mean, with the, you only get the 2 shots, you know, so I guess if you invalidate and then run up on somebody, you're kind of just stuck with it, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Sadly. So we will await the start of the final 20-minute race. Oh god. Quick glug of fizzy pop is needed. I need my sugar to keep up with this.
Yeah, these guys are going on an hour of racing now, and mixed in with, you know, 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, and a couple fivers. They're looking at about, what is that, hour and a half, maybe hour and 45 minutes in the car.
Ugh. Just bonkers, and these wonderful little things that have provided us such great entertainment.
Definitely a pretty long stint in a little Mini Cooper.
Without a shadow of a doubt. They're sounding the horns already because they're getting very excited for the final race. So we await the race to start. 15 seconds to go. Some lights will come on. Revs are rising as much as they can, these little Coca-Cola can on wheels. And we are away. Johan gets a good start. P2 looking to challenge immediately as Johan goes through the first turn at the minute, holding the race lead as I wait for my timing screen to come up. It's going back to the cars. There we go. Ben Brown immediately challenging for the lead here, side by side. They go, and Ben Brown does indeed get the lead. Ben Asker sadly dropping down the order. Might have been an incident in the background there that we sadly have missed. That's Diamond going very wide. So Zach Silver going very wide in P5. And there's a couple of cars off. That is Alex. No, that is... Oh, who's that going wide? Managing the whole position. I believe that might have been Tweets. Yeah, I think it was Tweets. Yeah, car 59. Mr. Dave Tweets. Everyone's running wide down next to it. Look at this 5-way battle. But it's just they're going side by side, basically.
Yeah, these things are just so small. You can just pack them in there so tight. You get you could usually fit 2, maybe 3 GT3s. You could easily pack about 5 of these things in there.
A couple of cars going wide there, redrawing safely though. This is insane. They're just there's massive tap there. It's car 59 going wide, making car contact with 64. Jacob Hines finding a wall there, and Tweets dropping down the order as well. It was going so well.
Yeah, Tweets almost saved that. He was back and forth about 4 or 5 times before he finally collided with another car and got sent around.
Oh, Seven's got caught up in it as well. I think Ben Myatt was also caught up in that in the final chicane. That's not going to go down well with the drivers. As Ben Myatt further drops down the order, sadly. Right, after a lap. We've had 1 lap, haven't we? This is now lap 2. Alfie Beaven up to 6th.
Yeah, that's quite impressive lap there for sure.
Absolute rocket man, isn't he?
Yeah, that is very impressive for sure.
There's Ben Myatt really struggling with the car here. Up ahead though, Hein and Asker going at it. I think Asker's got the better. So Jacob's got the better of Asker, should I say. Oh. I breathe now. Oh, hello. What's happening with Zach Silver and Alex here going at it for P4 and P3? There's a bit of a Zach Silver train forming. Or was an Alex train. Now Zach's got past Alex actually, so a bit of an Alex train was forming. And I think the cork in the champagne pole has just popped in the form of Alex, so the car's going to start getting past him now. I used a metaphor, Ben would be proud of me.
Oh no!
Oh, who's that going on?
Looks like Nikolak.
Oh, that is off. He's found a wall. There's him indeed off. And he does rejoin in the front of another car. That was very close. That might have been Zabo. Oh, was it Curiosity got in front perhaps?
Oh, somebody else is off as well.
That's
Diamond is off.
Car 84. He does find the track again now. Managed to safely get it out of the way and then rejoin, so props to Diamond for doing so. Sadly drops down to P10. What's happening with P5 and P6 getting reasonably close together? Thorpe Hill. Dare I say, things have calmed down again. Ben Asker sadly has found himself facing in the wrong direction. After
Oh, looks like Hill is off on the grass, doing a little lawn mowing.
is indeed.
Thorpe and Bob both able to get past him on that.
He has. So he will. He does continue. That's the main thing. He does continue.
Yeah, it didn't end up backwards, and he stayed away from that like death bump out there by the wall, so he's good.
In the background, Zabo and Kyrgios fighting now. Race winner Kyrgios from race 2. Getting himself up the order. Oh, Ben Brown's had a... Whoa! What in the world happened to Ben Brown there?
Where? Yeah, he just went straight back to the pits.
No, he didn't. You need to watch stream back later on because he was spinning upside down off the track. That was quite... that was quite something. Again, the demon has visited Thruxton.
I did just see that. Oh, man.
You just saw it, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Ben Brown, I'm sure, will give us a reason as to why that happened later on. We're going to jump back up the order a little bit with a battle here between Diamond, Zabo, Hein, and Alex. Currently, Hein leading them through the Campbell Carbon Seagrave complex. I say complex, a bit of a series of 3 corners there. Hein now.
If I'm not mistaken, is Ben Brown down a lap now?
Ben Brown is not down a lap, not yet. He is in 16th, but he has not been lapped yet. Oh, that's actually might be a lap. I don't know. The HUD is glitching out a little bit for some reason. Oh, he looks like he might have been lapped. Yes.
I think it automatically does it when you go back, like return to pits, or it returns you to pits like that.
I think so. Yeah. Well, plus 1 lap. There we go. It has updated itself now.
Yeah. There it is.
Absolutely. Kawasaki fastest lap. All 3 wide into club for P9, 10th, 11th. Are they going to make it through all right? They all do. Who's going to have to cut the corner there is Mr. Dave Tweets. Does keep it going, and it's immediately on the tail of Alex here for P10. Can't make it work into turn 1. Takes a lot of curb.
Yeah, I can only imagine these things going over the curbs. It's probably getting pretty loose.
Yep. Oh, hello. What's happening here? Alfie Even up into 2nd. Was he always in 2nd? Was that just a glitch by the timing tower?
After Ben had his moment, that's when he moved up into 2nd.
Got you. That figures. Okay. So Alfie Beaven. Again, fighting from the back. Has only got 5 seconds with 12 minutes left to catch Kawasaki, the race leader. You think that's doable?
I want to say yeah. I mean, Alfie's got pace, but the only thing that makes me want to say no is how well Karlzak qualified in the first race. Because he did finish 2nd in the first race, and he qualified 2nd as well, only about, what was it, like 6/100ths of a second behind him. So he's capable of turning those times.
Yeah, absolutely, but we're just going to see Hill and Kyrgios go side by side through club. They went through that corner literally side by side, gave each other space, and in the background Tim Bobbs are getting his front row seat this battle as well. So all 3 of them now become a 3-way battle for 5th, 6th and 7th respectively. Oh, in the background Tim Bob looking at the inside of Kyrgios. No, he thinks better of it into Campbell, should I say. Stays put through Cobb and probably will stay put again through Seagrave. Track life though, still green. It's not at its grippiest by a long shot. lot more grip to still put down on the track, so these guys will still be feeling that effect. Behind this battle, Jacob Hine and Ethan Diamond going at it, and Diamond losing out very briefly, and there's a touch between the two, and they both just about keep it on track.
Nikolak isn't too far behind them either.
Again, Nikolak's going to look at this thinking that I might gain from this.
Yeah, they're all right there. They're all within about, say, maybe 3 seconds, 4 seconds, all the way down to like 12th place.
Yeah, Tweets is trying to, and Zabo as well. There's a nice little cluster of cars forming here. Alfie Beaven fastest lap though, 138.5. Now 4.1 seconds behind Kalzak for the lead. Oh, it's a big moment from Diamond. Oh, what happened there to Diamond? Got caught the curb. I looked away briefly at the timing tower just to see him spinning off.
That chicane is just catching people out.
It's murderous, isn't it? I think he might have hit such a curb. Might be a slight glitch on that sausage curb, I think.
Either that, or maybe there's like a weird hitbox on the tires or something that they're like, I'm clear, but the game's like, nope.
No, you're not. Might be. We'll keep an eye on that and see if anyone falls a proper to it. Meanwhile, Curious and Hill still going at it. P6 and P5 following nose to tail through what I believe is that Goodwood Curve. Yes, that's Goodwood Curve. We'll go down into Church after the village, little village bend. So they're going to Church now.
So somehow, what was it, 2 laps ago, Beaven only caught about 0.4 of a second, and this lap he's caught up just about a full second on first place.
Ooh, it's going to be interesting. Carol's though, new fastest lap being 138.7. Beaven responds 138.5, so they're matching times at the minute as we see Curious still defending from Hill. I apologise, Hill defending from Curious, should I say, as they both go through turn 1. And Curious gets the place on Hill. For now. We've seen cars come back quite quickly after being overtaken, and Hill's got the inside. No, thinks better of it.
I was about to say, like, literally the next turn.
Literally the next turn. Jacob Hine and Tim Bob having a good old battle into Campbell, now to Cobb. I think Tim Bob's going to sadly lose out because he goes too deep and then has to take a compromise line into Seagrove. So that's the battle over for them for the moment. Ooh, very wide there from Tim Bob, but keeps it going. I think has found the ability to turn on his headlights on and off every time we view him. He might need to pay more attention to driving the car faster if he wants to try and get that place from behind. Then switching on his and in the background, that's Zabo completely going stage exit left. What in the world has happened there?
Oh wow, he is. My lord. Yeah, might want to watch somebody else.
That's painful.
Yeah, that was another interesting one.
What happened there?
I don't know, because he was off the track so early at such a high rate of speed that I am fully bewildered by how that occurred.
Well, he is back out on track though, according to the timing tower.
Yeah, he's definitely back out.
Lap down.
I would believe so. He'd be a lap down. I'm assuming in 15th.
Yeah, it will be 15th once the timing tower has updated itself. 3.5 seconds now between Beaven and Kalzak, with just under 6 minutes to go.
I don't know. I don't know. Time came down in half, and he's only at about 1 second caught up.
Tim Bob though catching Alex here for P8. We'll see if you can get past in the next couple of corners. I'm eagerly keeping an eye on P1 and P2, and also up and down the timing tower as well to see if there is anything else happening. Nothing as of yet. Everyone finding their rhythm, I think, and finding their gaps in their pace. Maybe a calm last 5 minutes. I say that with bated breath. Karolzak and Bevan setting identical lap times down to the 1,000th.
I know, I just saw that occur too. The same with Silver and Thorpe right there. Only about a couple hundredths off.
So if Karolzak can keep this pace going, just maintain this pace it is, I reckon it'll be a race win for him. I've cursed it now, he's going to crash in the next couple of laps.
You've done it now.
I've done it now. Why do I do that to our wonderful drivers? I have no idea. Tim Bob still trying to get Alex. I don't think he can quite do anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, he's got, what? He's got about 2.5 laps, maybe?
Yeah.
Definitely 1.5, like the end of this, and then one more for sure, possibly another one.
Alfie definitely pushing, because he's really pushing the car through Church Turn there. So we go on to Brooklands and up Woodham Hill. Sliding the car through Club there. 137.76, the fastest lap from Johan. 137.8 from Bevan. Lost out a tenth of a second overall.
I feel like Karolzak is actually turning the pace up. He's been coming down slowly but surely.
Sorry to interrupt you. Ash Hill off at Club. May have fallen proper to that very janky tyre wall. So
The tire wall bites again.
5th to 7th for Mr. Hill. Keeps going now, but will be very annoyed. Gives Kyrgios on high in the free position. But that gap is not closing between Karolzak and Bevan.
Yeah, it's basically just plus or minus a couple tenths here and there, you know. It'll go down a little, come up a little.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will potentially be words were failing me tonight. We'll probably be congratulating Johan for a very wonderful race, well driven.
And that will actually be a 3rd race winner for the 3 races tonight.
Yeah, 3 different race winners.
Yep, that's pretty good.
How very interesting. That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, and we've had this close battling, so it's looking like this season's going to be pretty interesting.
I reckon there's going to be 2 more laps, just this lap and another, depending if Karolzak lifts off at any point. It does have a 3-second gap, but Alfie's keeping him honest. Their lap times again were pretty much identical.
Yeah, somehow Alfie's dropped it down into 3.1 now from 3.5, where it was like average sitting, I would say.
Yeah. Oh, there's a car going off there. That's who in the world was that? There's a car going very wide. I'm not entirely sure who that is.
I'm not sure either. I was looking at the leader real quick.
Oh, rejoins in front of a car. Is that's Zabo? Laszlo Zabo. R76. very interesting line. Right, what was the race leader doing? Where are they in terms of the race time?
25 seconds left on the clock, and they're coming into the last chicane. I believe we will be getting one more lap here.
Just. Only just.
Only just. Hopefully these guys accounted for an extra lap, because we will be doing an extra lap. Last race we only did 11, and we just started the 12th.
Yeah. Oh, Thorpe has gained a position on Zach Silver. Oh, I don't know how he's managed.
Down.
No, he hasn't, because they've gone very wide. He's gone into the grass and completely missed the final chicane.
Hopefully he realizes there's still one more.
I'm not entirely sure what happened now with Thorpe, but he did rejoin the track behind an ambulance on the outside of the club. And now Zach Silver's been hounded down by Kyrgios. Oh, this is not going to end well. Zach's not going to be happy with that outcome. Thorpe looks like to be backing off a little bit, or is just going slowly because he might have damage. And Kyrgios is going to get the position of Zach. Oh.
Definitely looking like it's going to be a battle to the end, that's for sure.
Yeah, but if that position was gained off track, Zach's not going to be too happy about this situation playing out. So he's going to lose another position to Kyrgios. Right, let's check the race leader. He will come up to the final club corner. Alfie Beaver nowhere near close enough. Ben Arthur getting lapped there. But we will say congratulations to Carol Zach, our third different race winner this evening. And that is a race win.
Oh, we gotta move from Zach Silver on Curious coming into the last turn for 4th.
Yeah, we're gonna stick with this battle. Zach Silver's gonna go to the inside. Oh, massive shunt! Absolutely massive.
Now they can wave at each other and see who gets to the line first.
Kyrgios gets back on track ahead of Silver. Silver will rejoin and salvage 5th. Just might be under threat from
Hill and Hine having a little bit of a discussion on who's going to pass who and take it, and Nikolak's going to say, I don't care, I'm taking it.
Yeah, because I take it. I think that is that. Oh, guys, careful. They're bumping into each other after the race. You should have heard the race briefing. Alright. So
I think Hill and Hine got together there because they were flashing each other on who should go first.
Yeah.
And then Nikolak just came up like, well, if nobody's going, I'm going.
So Luke then gets two positions off them, basically, doesn't he?
I think he only got Hill, but he was close to getting Hine.
Well, Ben Myatt comes across the line to take 12th, and we'll see out our lovely two admins in 12th and 13th as Gary Slevlin, G-Slev, will come across the line to take P13, and that is that.
That was a spicy end of the race there. That was good.
That was interesting, to say the least. Oh, yeah. Right, let's see who's in chatty. Well, so we see if Johan's available. I'm going to drag Johan down to the comms booth. Johan, it's Aidan and Dominic in the comms booth. Congratulations, race winner for the third race here at round 1. Give us your thoughts.
Thank you.
How was that for you?
It's I just catching my breath here.
Bless you. Hounded down by Alfie Beaven.
I know he was faster than me. He had the faster pace, around 2 or 3 tenths during the entire race. I just don't know how he got up so fast through the field. Yeah, talent and luck, I think. But yeah, it was almost a race-long challenge to minimize the loss each lap. Yeah, you saw. I think you saw the gap reducing.
You saw the gap,
He got up to P2. I think there was 5 seconds,
Yes.
and we finished half of that.
But you were very much matching times with him for most of that, so you were keeping him honest. But the last couple of laps, he did close the gap down to about 3 seconds. But a very, very dominant victory for you. You qualified first, finished first.
Yeah.
I think that's a good result for you.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I was quite lucky in the race 2 to finish P6. I wasn't expecting it. I think I would have got something around. I think a podium if I wasn't able to qualify in race 3. But yeah, I mean, sometimes a punt is a good present.
That's you.
But it's P2, P6, P1. I think it's quite good compared to what I was expecting. First race was obviously behind Alfie, couldn't match his pace, made some mistakes in the first lap, and then we kept each other in that race honest. I think the same gap that we had in race 3, or maybe a bit more, 5 seconds. But race 2 was a bit chaotic, but it's to be expected in this kind of race. There's no major harm done.
Very good. Well, looking forward. Trust will hopefully see you in round 2. You looking forward to it?
Yeah, I think I don't remember which track it is.
You know what? I'm the admin and I can't remember myself. That's embarrassing.
Yeah. Let me check SimRacing.GP.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's Monza, 66.
Monza 66, of course.
Junior course.
The junior course, yeah. I remember now.
Well, for the Mini Cooper Cup, it's going to be actually a good one.
Oh,
It's gonna be
sorry.
the second round. Yeah.
So,
You probably just have more races that you're signed up for as well.
yeah.
That's your
that was
next
for the-
race.
Oh,
That's for the
that's-
Club Mad Cup. Yeah,
That's the
sorry, it's
Dublin.
good. It's Goodwood.
Dublin.
Sorry.
Good. Oh, it's Goodwood.
I got-
Right, got you.
Yeah,
cool.
Goodwood.
It
Barbagallo.
should be a good race at Goodwood.
I
honestly.
was just
I
thinking.
think Goodwood is going to be somewhat similar to the race we've got tonight. Similar layout, a big ring with fast corners.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Absolutely.
We'll see.
Well, we shall-
Barbagallo is going to be very different because there's a lot of difficult corners, uphill and downhill. We'll see.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Well, I did when you said Monza, I was like, Monza? Yeah, no, wait, hold on. It did make me think for a minute, but thank you for correcting me, correcting us there, Dominic. Johan, we'll drop you back up to the voice channel for the Mini Clubman Cup. We thank you for your attendance this week. It's been a pleasure to watch you guys race. See you next week.
Thank you for streaming and commenting and organizing stuff.
Pleasure. Take care now. Right, we'll send him back up with admin powers. Yeah. Who else is there? Alfie. Does Alfie talk? Alfie is showing us unmuted. Do I?
Alfie does typically talk after the race.
Let's see if we can get him down here. Alfie, it's Aidan and Dominic in the comms box. Do you have a microphone, if I remember correctly?
Ooh, yeah.
Alfie, hello, good to how you doing? You're right.
I'm good, how are you?
Very dominant performance from you tonight. P1 finish in race 1, and then, top 5 finishes.
Two P2s, yeah.
Two P2s, should I say? I do apologise. And then 2 P2s, yes. A very dominant drive back through for race 2 and race 3. But how was that for you? How were your thoughts of that race?
Second race I probably could have gotten another win, but I got into a bit of trouble on the opening couple laps. But no, Johan was quick the third race. Couldn't really catch up to him. So that was good. Should be leading the championship, I think, so
Yeah,
good stuff.
I would imagine so. A very dominant performance from you, regardless. But 3 separate race winners tonight. It will definitely spice things up. I must agree, your P1 and 2 P2s should put you, in theory, on top of the standings.
Hope it does.
You certainly hope so, wouldn't you? Next week, though, we are off to Goodwood. Very similar. Johan, we just had in, made a very good point. It's a very similar track to what we've had here at Thruxton. A big ring with load of high-speed turns. and a nice final chicane to finish it all off. So very, very much same kind of characteristics next week. So do you think you can transfer the pace over for Goodwood?
I hope so. It's a pretty similar track to Thruxton, to be honest. So I quite like Goodwood and I quite like Thruxton. So hopefully all will go well there as well.
Superb. Well, we will be sure to keep an eye out for you next week. We'll chuck you back up to the voice chat, and as I've said to Johan and all of our drivers this evening, thank you very much for coming along. It's a pleasure to commentate and watch you guys go at it. But we will see you next week.
Thank you. Bye.
And on that note, I think I'm going to stop dragging people down and give them anxiety.
The random pop-up. How's it going? You're in the comments.
You're in the comments box. Stormbot, that was a hell of a lot of fun. It was definitely fun for us. Absolutely. It was action continuously anywhere and everywhere you looked up and down that grid. And we will be sure to bring you the hopefully same amount of action next week at Goodwood race circuit with the Mini Cooper Cup. Dominic, any last words at all before we sign off for the stream?
Want to say thanks to everybody who stopped by and watched, and we will see you next week with hopefully just as much action at Goodwood.
Take care till then, guys. It's been a pleasure.